Ayo, ayo, ayo. The show must go on, baby. What show am I talking about? I'm talking about the Papa Wheelie Show. Let's go. You are now rocking with God's favorite poet, the poetry rock star, the all-star, the vegan gorilla, because vegans go gorilla. I'm Big John Study. I'm here with my co-host, my cousin, my co-pilot, my shooting instructor, the second all-star on the whip, ready to flip. He calls himself the Black Wolf. I call him Trigger Happy Pappy. Ace Wheelie, say what up to the people.
What up, everybody?
Shling. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the Papa Wheelie Show, where we love ya. It's Monday. It is Monday, man. Thank God it's Monday, like we always say. There you go. If there was no Monday, there'd be no Friday. So we thank God for Monday as well. And we hope that you have set the tone for the week today on how you want to live your life out, actualize things, make things happen. Hopefully you're using today to set the tone and as a blueprint moving forward for the rest of the week as a foundation. How you doing, Ace One? How's everything with you, man?
We're alive too, so that's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, man. We in the land of the living, man. How you doing, Ace?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'll give you a chance, man, to do some shout-outs. I know you had a great weekend, a busy weekend. You got any shout-outs?
Wow, you always want to put me like that. Yeah, Mai Tai, gorgeous.
Mai Tai gorgeous? What's that?
I mean, mad gorgeous female. The waitresses are gorgeous. I'm like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Mai Tai? You haven't, I just saying, you haven't been, it's great.
Mai Tai is a great place to have fun, to enjoy yourself, to let loose, to cut loose, and I know that there are some people that are past that point. They're older and they may say, I used to club or drink or do whatever. I used to have that kind of fun when I was younger. But now that I'm older, now I'm more poised, I'm more reserved. I want to stay home. I don't want to see nobody shaking their butt. I don't want to see none of that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. However, it is great to have a release, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be Mai Tai. But whatever it is, make sure you do have something where you can have fun. I'm not talking about just going and sitting and watching a movie or just going and sitting at the beach and staring at the water and falling asleep. Have something active, something you can do that's light on your heart, laugh, smile, go out. Make sure you have fun, man. But Ace One and I, we had a great time this weekend at Mai Tai.
They have great food. But that's for, checking out the ass. It's got some great food and some great company. You meet great people there.
Yes, great networking.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, a lot of networking in my time. Great.
Wonderful people there.
We also went to a new spot on International Drive last night. You remember the name of that spot? Cosmo Hookah Lounge on International Drive. I believe like the number was something like 5172. I almost remember it by heart. It was something like 5172. What was the street? I don't remember the street. Okay, but
and don't forget the jazz.
Oh yeah, in Sanford, man, that was awesome. Ace One and I had a full weekend, and we had a full day yesterday from early in the day all the way to the night. I didn't go to sleep till 5 in the morning. I think Ace One, what time you went to bed? 4 or 5? Yeah, like 5 in the morning.
You still in your clothes?
Yeah. I was like, yo, man, you still dressed? Like, this wild, man. You walking past like 5:30 in the morning, so I look at this dude walk past my room like, yo, let me close my door. This nigga freaking full dress. Yo, ain't going to sleep.
He's not a ghost. Wow. Like, what?
What's going on, Pam? How you doing, Queen? We got Pam Jackson in the crib. In the house. How you doing? I know you overseas right now. Last post I saw, I know you were visiting somewhere. It was absolutely beautiful. I liked the post. I think I even hit a heart. I'm one of those type of people on Facebook. I be hearting everything.
Stay blessed.
If I hit like, I usually don't like it. To tell you the truth, I hit the heart when I like it. I hit like when I'm just happy you participated. Like, that's how I run my page. If I make a post and you say something, just because you participated, I hit like on your comment. Sometimes I don't like the comment, but I like the fact that you participated. If I hit love, that means I like it or love it or agree with the comment. Me hitting like does not mean I agree with it. It just means I'm thankful and I appreciate that you participated. That's how I run my page and how I do it, What, Twyla? Twyla! What's up, shorty? What's up, cutie on duty? What's up, Twyla? But Pam, I did love those pictures, man. Please keep posting, man. It's a wonderful place you are. Keep on posting. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. What's she saying? Dwayne? Oh, wow, that's how it's pronounced? Dwayne? Okay, it says Twyla, but she said it's Dwayne. Okay.
Okay.
My bad. How you doing, Dwayne? I never seen it spelled like that. It's spelled Twyla.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's different. I mean, even Kirk's name. I mean, I got another family member. His name is Kirk. Big up to Kirk.
What up?
I love that dude. Big up to him.
Big up to him.
Yeah, man. That's one of my cousins too, man. And he spells his name different as well. You know, so a lot of people spell their name different. My older sister, she spells her name different, and my oldest son name is spelled different. The only challenge with that is, you know, when he was younger, he'd be so upset no one would ever be pronouncing his name right. He would always have to keep correcting people, correcting teachers, saying it and stuff. And they'd be like, okay, that's not what it's pronounced, but all right, that's what your mom, how she spelled it. Okay, you know. And we even, once I think he reached about, I think he was like 6 or 7. And his mom and I had talked and said, yo, we can change the spelling of his name on the birth certificate to make sure it's pronounced right, such and such. And she said, no, well, let's just wait till he gets older. And if he wants to do it, he can do it. You know, she didn't want to do it. And then once he got older, we talked to him about it, let him know the decision, let him know we would, you know, support him in that and blah, blah, blah. But he ended up leaving his name spelled the same way. What's going on, April? It's April Flowers, man. Like I always say, give her flowers. What's going on, April? Give her flowers.
What up?
What up, Queen? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Thank you so much for sharing that Facebook post for the show that I'm going to be doing in New York. That's going to be excellent. Excellent. Today's show is going to be an amazing show, you guys. You're going to absolutely love it. But before we start the show off and get live, we got to stop 1 second for a commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Papa Wheelie Show. Yeah. Okay. And we're back. Thank you so much, you guys, for staying locked in and tuned into the Papa Wheelie Show. You know, we got to pay the sponsors. You already know how it is. It got to happen, but we appreciate them. That's right. Everybody got to distribute, you know. If you try to keep the money and hold the money, it doesn't, you know, you won't get anything else. You got to spend, you know. That's why it's called currency. It's called currency. It's called currency. It has to move. Money moves. It's currency. You put it out, it comes back. You put it out, it comes back. You sow money, you reap money. Like, you know, that's what it is. So big up to our sponsors. So today's show is a great show, man. It's a great topic. Big up to my son Ra for kind of speaking to me and just building with me on some different things and helping me realize that this would be a great topic of the day. And the topic is this: at what point in a relationship, if you're not in a marriage, should decisions be being made between you two about the money? Or about the money being earned, about the money you both have. You're in a relationship, so you're not married. You're, you know, I hate to say boyfriend and girlfriend because we're grown, but, you know, that's your man, that's your lady, and you guys are both earning money and making money and things of that nature. At what point, if any, in the relationship, can another person start making decisions about your earnings, about your money, about, you know, and it's not in a marriage, right? And I'm going to turn it over to Ace One in a moment, but I'm going to give you a short example and let you meditate on it. And then, you know, you can send some comments in if you like, you know what I mean, and put me on and tell me what you think, okay? Let me just give you this example. As let's say I'm in the car and I'm riding with my lady. She's driving her car that day and we're not in mine. And I'm in the passenger seat and she's driving. We get to a gas station and she goes, boom, sweetheart, here's $20. Can you put 15 on pump 1? Sure, absolutely. I get out the car. I go inside the gas station. I give them the $15 and tell them, please put it on pump 1. I'm coming out of the gas station. There's a panhandler standing at the door. I look to him and say, how you doing? He goes, hey, can you spare something? I take the $5 that was her change and I give it to the panhandler. Hey, man, here you go. Take it. I go back to the car. I start pumping the gas. And as I'm pumping the gas, I finish pumping the gas. I put the cap on and I get inside the car. My lady looks at me and she says to me, hey, you know, thank you, sweetheart. Of course. Where's that $5 change? I want to get some milk from Publix, or I want to do something. Oh, I gave the $5 change to the panhandler that's outside the door that was at the gas station. You gave him your $5? What are you talking about? No, I'm talking about my. No, where's my $5 at? No, I gave him the $5. Wait, what do you mean you gave him the $5? Where's my $5? I gave it to the panhandler. So why didn't you give him your $5? I didn't have $5 on me. I only had my credit card, this, that, or there, so I just gave it to him. Right? Even if he says to his lady, he may say, oh, no sweat, when we go to the ATM or whatever like that, I'll give you the $5 back, da. But his lady could be agitated behind that. She could feel resentment, like, yo, how you making moves with my money? You didn't talk to me. You supposed to bring me back my change, blah, 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 blah. What's going on, Welly?
What up?
Big up, King. We definitely got to build a little later on a scenario. You already know what I'm talking about, but God bless you, King. Happy birthday to Mom Dukes, man. She's so beautiful. And you already know, man, we all love her in the community because we love you and your brother so much, man, that your mom is like up here. That's our mom too, because we love how she raised you guys, produced you guys, carried you for 9 months. You already know what time it is. So tell your mom once again how much we all love her, and I look forward to seeing her again soon. So back to the question. What does that mean? What does that mean for the person that's trying to get their money back or figure out what's going on? Did that man have a right to give that $5 away? I mean, they are a couple, they are in a relationship. Did he have that right to give the money away or not? So that's the question, an example I'll put out there. At what point in time, when not in a marriage, because we believe in a marriage, you become one, and then decisions are made based on oneness. But this is not a marriage right now. There's no holy matrimony. The business aspect was never taking place. There was no vows. There's no paperwork. You guys are just doing something. You're just boyfriend and girlfriend. You're just doing something, right? When is it right for that person to make that decision about your money? All right. So now, Ace Wheelie, Trigger Happy Pappy. Talk to us a little bit about like your perception or perspective on the situation or as a whole period. Like, what do you have to say about it?
I say it's never a right reason to do that. Unless she's that kind of person. Like, honey, you know what? Whatever you have free change and ahead of time, if you see a homeless person, give it to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But other than that, no, because that's the money. You don't know what she needed for. Mm-hmm. You don't know if she needs to, if she saved for something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There could be an emergency for a rainy day. Is she building up? So you don't know that. So don't give her money away. And even if my cousin was talking about marriage, right? Yeah, you should discuss it with your person. Even though you're married and you're one, you still should be discussing money. You don't have to kick your money like, oh, you get money in the bank and like, honey, it's only $2. Well, I gave my sister a loan. I'm like, but we need the money to pay the light bill. Like, nah, we'll figure it out.
We'll be all right. We can wear some candles so her lights will stay on, right?
Yeah, battery operated lamps. But you know what I'm saying? Come on. No, you know, everything should be discussed. Now, if you're not, and even more so if you're not married. You don't take nobody money and use it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now if he keep the $5 for himself, like, oh, I might need it for something, if you got that kind of relationship, honey, keep the change. You know what I'm saying? When you go use it, keep the change for yourself. And even that, even you're going to keep the change to yourself, she meant for you to keep the change, for you to have it on your person to use, not to give it away. You know what I'm saying? So that should be clear. As for, he gave me the change and I could give it to the homeless. No, she gave you the change to have it on you. That's a case of emergency. Right. Not to give her money away. Because people work hard for their money.
But now you just opened to me a little bit of Pandora's box in saying that. Because I don't totally disagree with you, but you just kind of opened the door to something.
Okay.
Now let me explain why I say that. Once you give me something, it's mine. So if somebody says to me, hey, Johnny, here's $15, man. I want you to have that. You know what I mean? I want you to have that. That's mine.
Yeah, true.
So now if I turn around and give somebody the $15 away, which is not wise, which is not smart, and which was not the purpose of me receiving the money, but it's still my money at that point to make that decision, in my opinion, right? Sure. That's almost like one thing that I don't like a great deal a lot, just to go a tiny bit off the subject, is if somebody gives me something and it's in my house, and now every time they come over to visit, they act like it's still their property. Like say somebody be like, hey, you want this couch? Hey, you want this chair? or something like that, and now you come over, there's a stain on the arm of the couch because you spilled some coffee on it by mistake. Damn, man, you messing up my couch, man. I give you the couch and this is what you do to it. The couch. It's my couch. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's a stain in it. Yeah, I'm not happy about it either, but it's not your couch anymore. It's mine. So I say that the same scenario, like with the money you just said, like it's just a slippery slope. But I would say to the person, then don't give your money to that person again if they did that. Because you understand, if I'm giving you this money with a purpose, if that person doesn't utilize the money with that purpose, then I would say, now you know that, hold your money.
Yeah.
Don't allow somebody to waste your dough. You're trying to help them and they trying to help somebody else and they need help. You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
The reason I said that, cause because if you give them money, right, to put it on that person, and say for instance, area, right, I have a girl, right, and she needs money for the electric bill. I give her the money for the electric bill, right?
Yes.
And I gave her the money now, right? That's her to use, and she gave it to her sister, right? And her lights goes off. She's gonna come back and ask me, I don't have no money for electric.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute, baby. I guys gave you money for the electric.
Right.
That's for specifically for you. That's what I meant.
Yes, no, I agree with you. People need to move in wisdom, man. They need to have like understanding. Like, let me give you an example, man. And what's crazy is I gave your brother this example, and when the answer that he gave me, it blew me away. Let me give you an example, you guys. Back when I first moved to Florida, it was like 99. I moved to Florida in 1999. And during that time in 1999, my ex-wife hadn't been hired at her job yet. I was the only one working in the house, and we didn't have a car. We're out here in Florida, you know, just trying to make it happen. Just we're pushing together. We're working as a team. The light bill needed to be paid, and I didn't have it. I paid the rent, did all this other stuff, but the light bill, didn't have the money. Called the company, tried to see if I could get like an extension, all this other stuff. It was like, you got to pay this certain amount or it's still going to be cut off. So let's say the certain amount was $100. This is what I did back then, which was absolutely crazy. I had asked my mother back then, Mom, can you spare $100? You know, this and that. Told her what was going on with the lights. She said, yeah. She sent me the $100. I took the $100 and I tithed and offered it.
What?
I tithed and offered the $100 and had like maybe $60. Right? Because if it's $100, $10 is the tithe. And usually my offering would be like, it would match the tithe or a little more. So let's just say I did $10 for the tithe and $15 for the offering, right? So that's $25, and now I have $75. So my ex-wife says to me, hey, you know, you got the money for the light bill? Did your mom send it? Yeah, here you go. And gave us $75. She's looking like, I thought you said your mom sent you $100. Oh, yeah, she did, but I tithed and offered it. She's like, why the hell did you do that? Because it was increased. I didn't have it before, and you're supposed to tithe your increase. And she was like, that's a part of the reason why I'm divorced too, because I was just coming into the faith. I didn't have wisdom. I was making moves, and my ex-wife was like, what the hell are you doing? What's going on? This Christianity shit is ridiculous. I can't do it. Good, I'm glad you're laughing. That's good, man. But that's what I did at the time. I didn't have wisdom. I didn't have understanding. To find out later, and in my understanding and wisdom to say, that was not my increase. Somebody gave that to me as an offering or as charity. But that wasn't anything that I earned. That wasn't my increase of earning. And that's what you're supposed to tithe and offer. When I told your brother that story, do you know he was like, you did the right thing. That's what he told me. Listen to me. Listen to me now. When I told your brother I did that, he told me, like, yeah. Like, he's listening to the story. He's like, yeah, okay. He's like, I'm waiting. I'm like, what happened? What did you do wrong? So I told him, and he was like,
yeah,
you didn't do anything wrong.
I
said I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about? And he was like, nah. So anyway, that happened. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Hey, listen, we need to take another commercial break. But when we come back from the commercial, we want to know, did I do the right thing? Was I supposed to tithe and offer that money that my mom had given me to pay the light bill, or was I supposed to take the $100 and pay the light bill like I asked her the money for? Yes, we do know your answer, but it's a commercial break, and we want to know what everybody else thinks. As a matter of fact, you know what? We don't know your answer, Ace One. So when we come back from the commercial break, we want to know Ace One's answer, and we want to know your answer. So we'll be right back, you guys. It's the Papa Wheelie Show. All right, and we're back. All right, you guys. So Ace One, before I ask you what you think, let me see, because April is making some comments. Let me see what April is saying.
What up?
She said, "I hope it came back 100-fold." It
I
didn't.
love you, April.
I love you, April. It didn't.
I love you.
But I mean, I put you like this. Well, let me say this though. Now, let me say this. It didn't come back 100-fold economically, right? But the Most High blessed me with health, blessed my children. You know, all those different things. Like, I still was blessed. And the one scripture that I had took at that time that had helped me to get past that point is the scripture says, if you're going to err, if you're going to do wrong, do it on the side of love. Meaning that you made a mistake, but you made that mistake because you were trying to do the right thing in love. I was trying to be obedient, trying to do the right thing in love to the Most High, who loved me first, but I just wasn't using wisdom. I didn't have overstanding or understanding at the time. But you know, you're supposed to do things in love when you do something like that. And let's say this, for a person who is understanding, like say for instance now, if my ex-wife says to me, you know, why'd you do that or whatever, and then she explained to me I was wrong, what I'm supposed to do is then say, you know what, you're right. I was wrong. I apologize. That was crazy. I didn't consider it like that. I didn't think about it like that. I was off. Please forgive me. Something like that will never happen again. I was off, right? That's one thing. And a lot of men can do that. Not all men. A lot of men can do that, though. It's a small percentage of women that could do that. A very, 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 very small percentage of women that could just take exactly what you said, hear and go, you know what? You're right. I apologize, man. Like, I mean, without sarcasm, doing it genuinely. You know what? You're right. I apologize. I was thinking like that at the time, man. Like, why did I do? Yo, forgive me. No. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're going to try to justify it. They're going to throw out different scenarios, see if you can prove your case almost like you in a courtroom. They know they're wrong and all that, but then they can still say something like, well, you know, pardon me, you guys. I'm sorry. Somebody was calling me. Think about that. Ace One, let's get your opinion now. I'm sorry, that threw me off getting that phone call. Go ahead, Ace One.
I want to put an ice packet on your forehead. Like, are you okay? Let me call Pebble. Let me make a secret phone call. Baby, I think my husband is sick. I think
she thought I was sick too.
I think and I wish I was.
She's like, what have I gotten into? She said, I left New York. I'm down here in Florida with this man and our children, and he making decisions like this. I better hurry up and get a job. I better hurry up and get hired, because if he the only one making money in the breadwinner in the house and he making decisions like that, because they wasn't going to allow us to have our lights on for $75. It was $100. So it wasn't like I could say, well, hey, here's $75. They was like, no, it's $100 to keep it on.
I would say, I hope you can read the Bible in the dark.
The Most High's the light, baby. Sleek, open up that word. Oh, man. Okay, so April said, she said, we don't have to pay on tax refunds either. Yeah, because that's doing double. You know what I'm saying? If you've already tithed and did an offering on your initial check, the refund is yours. That's not to be tithed and offered again. You've already done it, unless you you're just feeling generous like that. You just move. I'm just saying, according to Scripture, you are not doing anything wrong by not doing that again. But we go through extremes and all kind of stuff, man. And as it pertains to that. But tell me though, April, what do you? And she said, what? Candle? April said candle. I'm not sure. Oh, candles to see. Take that $75 right and buy candles. But you know what? Ace One made the point though. That you really made a great point earlier, Ace One, because let's say for instance now, my mom calls me 2 days after that. And let's say the light bill, the phone is electric. Right? So she calling me. She can't even call me because the house phone is down or whatever like that. She called her cell phone. What's going on? I tried to call the house and then, the lights is out. Why the lights is out? I didn't pay the light bill yet. Why you ain't pay the light bill? I sent you $100. Imagine that. So that's what we said like in the beginning. Then that person has the right to either say, I'm not sending them no more money.
Yeah.
Because they playing games and they don't know what they're doing, and this is not their money to make those decisions with. I'm sacrificing the Senate, so they have the right to say, I'm not doing that anymore. Or if I explain exactly to my mom, this is what happened, this is what took place, I made a misstep, I did the wrong thing. But now you guys keep in mind, when I did this, I was 27 years old. Can we keep that in mind? I was 27 years old. Keep that in mind, please. Let's just keep that in mind. I was 27, and let me tell you something, I was genuine, sincere about following Christ, panting after him like a horse trying to find water in the desert, dead serious about it. Dead serious about it. I never was playing church when I was in church. I was for real, for real. And people know most Scorpios go to extremes. So either we all the way left or all the way right. So I was in church, I'm all the way right, like going all the way. You can't stop me, that kind of thing. So anyway. So Ace, go ahead.
Sometimes, I didn't mean to cut you, but sometimes you have to think logic, you know what I'm saying?
All the time you have to think logic.
I mean, I mean, when it comes to money and religion, you have to think logic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
I'm not being really serious.
Yes.
Because some people will say that, you know what I'm saying, and try to put scripture on the Bible so you can give them money. And you'll be out of luck.
And you will be out of
You know
luck.
what I'm saying?
If you don't have wisdom, if you don't have somebody smart that's right next to you that's kind of talking to you and let you know. Like, I remember when I used to, I don't want to go too far off the subject, but you know how I can keep it on the subject? Imagine being sitting in a church, a husband and a wife, right? This is a good scenario. Oh my God. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Preach.
Imagine you and your partner are sitting in church and somebody up there says, we need an offering for $1,000. We need a new roof in the kids' room. It's raining or whatever. You're sitting next to your partner and you're just listening to the preacher talk. And all of a sudden your partner raises their hand and they'll go, we'll pay for it or I'll pay for it. Either way, right? Now they do that. You're sitting next to them and you go, yo, what are you doing? Like, yo, we ain't talk about that. We ain't discuss that. And that person says, are you ready for this? Now listen to this now. You ready for this? God just convicted me that we need to do that. You heard me? Think about that now, you guys. Think about that scenario. This is between me and God now. I have a personal relationship with God. You have a personal relationship with God. I heard what that person said, and I was immediately convicted, and God told me, you have that money, you pay it.
Can I say something?
Hold on, I'm going to let you say something. Now, if you don't have wisdom, because that's why you need wisdom. That's why the Most High said, be harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You got to be wise in how you're doing things, strategic. Even if you have a partner, you don't want your partner upset with you, vexed with you. As a man, you don't want your lady upset and angry with you. That's like the worst feeling in the world, going to the house, your lady mad with you. So you're trying to do things strategically to keep things at peace, keep her happy, you stay happy, the household is happy. You're trying to do these things on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So and I will see, I just saw your message. I will. So we're doing that like on purpose. So imagine that. In my opinion, before that man raise his hand and do all that other stuff, if he doesn't have his own separate bank account where they have two bank accounts and he has his own separate way to do his own, if they got something joined, he better say to her, babe, the Most High has convicted me. Let's help them. Let's help them. Let's do it. If somebody just throw their hands up like that, blah, 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 in my opinion, they're spiritually immature. They're spiritually immature and spiritually laying in emotions. Go ahead, Ace.
First of all, I would say, baby, I love God, but God's not on a bank account, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Only me and you. Second of all, if she raised her hand, I'll put my hand down. I'll put her hand down, okay? Now, if she put the check in, I'll take the check right out and rip it up, okay? Mm-hmm. For real. I'm not playing. My cousin knows. I will rip that check up. I'll say, we'll get you at a later date. That's for real. I'm not being you know what I'm saying? Not believing God or something like that. But God will give you priorities. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give you $1,000, but my
clear your throat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Clear it or drink some water.
Let me clear it. No, I'm not going to give you $1,000 when my kids' bed is sleeping with water. You guys would be crazy. Well, God provided. He gave me that money. He gave me a job so I can help my kids. I'll catch you on a later date. Believe that. My wife gonna have her hand put down. If she have her hand up, I'm gonna put it down. Not to force, not to be rude, put hands on her. But honey, we need to talk there. Put your hand down. There's not no bidding for no art project. You know what I'm saying? And then if you put the check in, I'll rip it up. Brother, why you rip it up? Because it's not your money. You're not on a bank account. That's me and my wife on a bank account. And we'll get to you later. Peace. You know what I'm saying? It's not your money. I work too hard. My wife worked too hard. Come on now. I'll get you at a later date.
So let me ask you this, Ace, as it pertains to that and pertains to relationships, to me that sounds a lot like, oh, and I'm sorry, April also said that's Proverbs 4:7, saying that in the wisdom you need to get understanding in your wisdom.
Exactly, April. Love you, Queen.
Love you too, Queen. Absolutely. So what I was about to say is that it's important to know who you're dealing with. That also speaks to being equally yoked, because you may have one person that is like self-sacrificing, like they don't care very much about what they wear. They can eat whatever, take it or leave it. You know, they don't care too much about like their appearance and a lot of other things. But as it pertains to the duty of God and doing things in a spiritual manner and stuff like that, they're on it like this, they're on it like that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You have to make sure that you're evenly yoked with that person if you're going to be with them. Because if you're, let's say they're self-sacrificing, but you're more self-centered. You're more like, hey, I need to have things on point. I want to make sure things are straight. Y'all want to be looking good. I want to make sure the kid's hair, the boy got a haircut, the girls got they stuff done, blah, blah, blah. Now you're dealing with that person, and that person is like, cool out. Who cares if her hair looks bad? Sweetheart, it's her birthday. We don't want her to look nice for her birthday. It's just another day. Just study. Who cares? So you got to make sure that you and your partner are on the same page as it pertains to those things. Go ahead, Ace.
No, we're going to say they're going to sacrifice themselves and you? You mean, like, you know, like you being burned into a stake? They'll sacrifice you?
Pull an Abraham on you, bro.
Themselves and you?
You're going to be walking up the hill.
You better sacrifice
you're
yourself.
Like, yo, where's the sacrifice?
You better sacrifice yourself, baby. I love you. But sacrifice yourself. Nobody don't sacrifice me. And the kids. Hell no. We bought the sex. All the burning and shit because of you? Come on now. Hell no.
Well, let me ask you this, Ace. I've heard women say that, you know, if they're being intimate with you, right?
Yeah.
That your money is their money. Like, I mean, when I say that, let me make sure I say it in the right context. I mean that if you're in a sexual relationship, right? Not a marriage, but you're just in a sexual relationship with a woman, you guys are intimate and you're close. Yeah. She's saying, yo, they don't call this booty for nothing. Booty mean money, baby. This is booty. This is money. So I'm giving you some booty. You better be giving me some booty, right? I mean, I'm saying that's what they...
For sure.
No, some scratch, yes. Booty, and booty. Because isn't the word booty, wasn't that a term for money in the past? Booty? No? He's laughing so hard he can't even answer. Ace one, is booty money?
Only for a stripper.
That's a lie. He said only for a stripper. We all know we all can agree that is a lie. Because there's other booties getting money, but I digress.
Well, I'm just saying, if you get money, if you reciprocate, if she's paying for you as well, you're working as a team. Yeah, I understand that. But you give me gift that they have to say, no, you're giving her dick.
Not give me. But see, a woman will turn around and say they can get dick anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just telling you, that's what they're going to say. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can get dick anyway. You ain't doing me no favors. I can just walk out my house and be like, can I have some dick, please? Like, every neighbor's running out the house like, did she call us? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Unless he has a wife, and the wife with a bat behind him.
You know, exactly, man. It's
crazy. At the house.
Exactly.
You better get your house. Okay, dear, okay. You got a fire pan and skillet. You better get your hands. You don't tap you temperance.
Okay, you guys, we're going to go on one last commercial break, and then we're going to end off the Papa Wheelie Show with some final thoughts. Hopefully you guys will send some more comments. Thank you so much, April, for participating today and just being a part of the live. If anybody else wants to send some comments and stuff like that, you're going to have one last opportunity to do that after this last and final commercial break on the Papa Wheelie Show, baby. Let's go. All right, you guys, we're back. We are back, and this is what we would call the fourth quarter. This is the fourth quarter in the Papa Wheelie Show, okay? So we're trying to get to some resolutions now. You know what I mean? I don't want to put too much more information out there because we want some more resolutions. Right. But what I will say is this, in my humble opinion, first, before I even give my humble opinion, because it ain't all that humble. Just keep it real, right? If it was, I probably wouldn't be doing the show. So it ain't all that humble.
You'd be preaching.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, but I want to put out this disclaimer again. Thank you so much to Raquel, who put me up on this. But we are not licensed counselors. We don't have degrees in therapy. We don't have degrees in mental health. We are strictly giving you our opinions. We are strictly giving you our own personal testimonies and expertise of how we think things should be done. We are just being led by the spirit that's in us and our nature. I am not trying to make you do anything, and I'm not trying to coerce you into any kind of actions or train of thoughts. We are just sharing, right? The Papa Willie Show, we love to share, baby, because sharing is caring. Yes. So what I was going to say is this. In closing, what? Sounds like in closing like a pastor or something like a preacher. In closing. No. But we'll say like in closing, there's a certain place you're going to be, a certain road you're going to hit. Before economics is already a joint thing between you and another individual, there has to be other things that you guys are like-minded at before the economics takes place. You want to be able to trust an individual. You want to know that they have good reasoning skills. They're in their right mind. Usually when you're in a relationship, you don't, how can I say it? You're trying a person, not trying them to hurt them, but you're just trying to make sure that they're good for you. They're on point for you. Like I've heard one person say, Minister Farrakhan, big up to Minister Farrakhan. I heard him say many years ago, when you get with a woman, she's going to try you. She's going to try you, and she's going to try you very often, especially in the beginning. But he was saying, men, you have to understand they're trying you, but not trying you to try to push you to violence or offend you or to harm you. They want to know that you have the ability to speak for them. You have the ability to make decisions for them. You have the ability to stand up in their place and speak in their place. And so they're trying you. God forbid they got into an accident. They're in a hospital bed. They want to know, Can my man, if he's the one that's going to be there and speaking for me, is he articulate? Can he just be scared into doing something he doesn't want to do? Can he be scared into signing something he don't want to? They're trying you. They're trying you to see if you got backbone. They're trying you to see if you're articulate. They're trying you to see if you're a thoughtful person. They're trying you to see if you'll lie easy once somebody puts pressure up against you. It's not to hurt you or to harm you. They're trying you to make sure that you're worthy, to make a decision and to stand in a place to be their man or to be in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? So before you try to make those economic decisions for your boyfriend or your girlfriend, make sure that you guys have the right history, make sure that you guys are on the same page, and make sure that if you're dealing in someone else's money, you guys are already dealing in aspects economically already first. Ace One, do you have any closing thoughts?
You just said what I just said. You just preached a whole sermon, because it's like not an audition, you're auditioning the person, but you want to make sure it's good for you.
Yes.
Every person is different. Yes. So that person might not be perfect for that person, but it might be for that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta work together. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be helping her strongness, supposed to be helping your weakness, and your weakness supposed to help her strongness. And you're supposed to be working as a team. And money is part of that team. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to take it lightly about using money, but money is, money. You know what I'm saying?
It's a defense.
It's survival. You know what I'm saying? Having money is survival. I mean, it's like the love of money and root of all evil. You don't have to love money, but it's a tool. And you got to use the tool wisely.
Good word, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You got to use the time buying a house, buying grocery, certain foods, certain, where you're going to. It's a tool. It's like anything else, it's an important tool. And so we shouldn't take it lightly. Like my cousin would say, and my brother would say, we need to be good steward of the money. We ought to know how to balance the money. We know how to save money. We know when we should use it, when we should give it out, what the purpose of giving it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? As people take it lightly, but money, money's important.
Let me read April's comment real quick. She said, "Why have so many forgotten this? Probably we are trying to find out who will be there to cover once we submit to their leadership." So yes, absolutely. You're trying to make sure that person is apt mentally his capacity is good enough to cover you, to lead you, to love you. If not,
exactly,
he's out. So we're going to end the show. I want to give a big shout out to my dude, Brian T. Bethea, who will be having Writer's Block tonight. Who's next? At Bitters and Bottles, starting from 7 o'clock to 10 p.m. on Orange Avenue. My guy, Brian T. Bethea. Also, I want to give a shout out to Be Nice and to the owner of Be Nice, Tori, on Rosalind in Washington. That's also tonight from 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock, where I'm usually there. Said Life is usually there. Who else? Yeah, big shout out to Said Life.
What up?
My man Sedi.
What up?
Also, Nico is usually there, and you know, yeah. They're usually there. And you guys come out tonight. Both venues are free entry. All they ask is that you come with a good attitude. That's all. And you know what? Sometimes you can't come with a good time attitude. Sometimes you feel negative and you feel away and your attitude won't be good. That's okay, because the majority of people who are there, their attitudes will be good, and we will rub off on you, baby. We'll rub off on you. Big shout out to Venus. V is in the building. She's in the house. What's going on, V? Can't wait to see you again. Can't wait to talk to you. I appreciate you so much. We love you at the Papa Wheelie Show. Everybody do the right thing like Spike Lee. Hold it down like Gravity.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We can't forget
What's up?
My boy who did the DJ last night. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to DJ Earthquake. Big shout out to DJ Earthquake,
and
man.
He worked at Black Tie, too.
My dude, Bradley. Big shout out to my Thai guy, DJ Earthquake, and also DJ Frankie. Shout them out, man. Nothing but respect, nothing but love. Peace, V. Peace, Wayne. Peace to all my brethren. We love you at the Papa Willie Show. Sling.